this is Cindy from Wellness by Envision Holistic Body Boutique. I'm excited to be here today with the beautiful Miss Shamani. She's one of our techs.
Hi.
Hi. So we're also excited about this month because the month of August we start our new YouTube channel called Complete Wellness with Cindy. That would be me. And we're going to be talking about all things busy woman. Everything from your work-life balance, your self-care, your holistic health and wellness, all of that good stuff. So we're going to be talking about all of that. But today we're going to start the series on your environmental wellness. And we're not talking about the environment as far as like the EPA and all those things there. We're talking about your surroundings. So we're going to go through a series of sessions to be able to discuss your surroundings, how important it is, and how to make some changes and simply integrate wellness into your life. So, Shamani, what is our quote for today?
Positive life changes begin in the mind, a grateful mind.
Yes. So, our quote is positive life changes begin in the mind. So a lot of times people are talking about starting holistic health, holistic wellness, I'm making changes, but they really don't make those changes. They just talk about it.
Yeah.
So you have to first make the adjustment in your mind for anything, actually. And then once you make that adjustment in your mind, then you're able to, calibrate, recalibrate, rearrange some things and put it into your schedule. So we'll jump right in. So today we are talking about a change of scenery. So tell me, when you hear a change of scenery, what do you think about?
I think about like your immediate space. Like you were saying, how it starts with the mind. I feel like if you don't have your space, like your room, your house, your car, like things that you spend time in all the time, if that's not together, then nothing will be together. Yeah, like if my room is messy, like I can't concentrate, and I know that some people like can function in chaos,
Right.
but I can't.
Right, me either.
And then like I'm just thinking about how I need to like get my space together, and if I don't, like that prolongs all the other things that I have to do too.
Exactly.
If that makes sense.
Oh no, it makes perfect sense. You're so smart. That's why you're here. That is why you're here. So you're saying basically, and I thought the same thing. A lot of times when you start to ask people a change of scenery, what does that mean to them as it relates to wellness, they come up with something completely opposite.
Yeah.
But those were my thoughts exactly. Because you have to, it's like we've already had a lot going on with the pandemic. Being shot up in these spaces. Some people that, basically there have been some husband and wives that have passed by each other for years because that was their norm. And then suddenly, by mandate, you have to stay in the house with them. And then suddenly by mandate, you have to take care of the kids. So a lot of people's personal private spaces were mumble jumble. They were, packed to capacity. They had to make quick changes in order to keep maneuvering the best we could. So I think a change of scenery is very important for people because not only does it change that monotony, it does basically calm you down.
Yeah.
It helps your brain to function at full capacity. It's like a lot of stress reduction, anxiety reduction. Me personally, I know that if I keep doing the same thing every single day, I'm bored. I mean, it takes me somewhere. Sometimes changing your scenery is as simple as going a different route. Like they say, take the scenic route whenever you drive somewhere. It's as simple as taking the scenic route. It's as simple as, let's just say, taking your lunch outside instead of eating it outside. Eat it inside at the dining room table, or if it's lunchtime, you're at work, instead of eating in the cafe, take it outside to the picnic table. I mean, that does wonders. I did that for years when I was in corporate America. I would eat outside or in my car just to leave the building.
Yeah, I've been recently, like, instead of doing things in my room, because, like, I love my room, that's, like, my safe space,
Right.
But, for instance, like, making content, like, I'll go to, like, the Starbucks down the street and do it, like, on my laptop there instead, just so that I can say, like, I got out of the house today, even if I don't technically have somewhere to go.
Absolutely.
Then I'll make
Absolutely.
up somewhere to go.
Oh, that is awesome. That's absolutely, because that little change, it opens up your creativity. If anybody knows me, I'm an outdoors person. I hate to say I'm claustrophobic, but I am what I am. I do not like when I don't have windows. As you can see in here, there's a lot of windows and open spaces. I don't like when things don't have a place, because again, that for me, rushes my stress.
Yeah.
I like when things have a place. I'm not like a neat freak, but when you're changing your scenery, sometimes you have to become a neat freak to get something into place. Like, okay, this is going to have a place, and this is going to have a place, and then that way, you're also saving time, energy, and money, because let's just say hypothetically, you're at home and you got to go to work, and you're so junky you can't find your keys.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? And so, or oh my God, I can't find my purse, because you don't have a set place where you would normally put your purse, or a set place. Okay, throw your keys on top of the refrigerator,
so that your mind automatically.
Exactly. So a lot of times people are spinning their wheels. So like I said, back to like the pandemic, when people were rushed and thrust into different routines, they were all over the place. And that's the thing, a lot of times I think people don't understand something as simple as taking just a little bit, reorganize, recalibrate. That's going to help with your stress level. That's going to keep those cortisol, all of that down, the anxiety down. It's going to clear your mind. You'll be able to clearly think, process information. You're going to sleep better at night. All of those different things. Like I said, I am a nature kind of person. So for me, leaving and going to something as simple as a park, it didn't cost me a dime. I'll walk at the park, I'll read at the park, I'll eat at the park, something like that. Sometimes like at a restaurant, when they have the outdoor seating, if somebody's not like on their cell phone making too much noise, talking too loud, that's sometimes a good way to change your scenery. Parents, a lot of times, instead of cooking the dinners inside the house, grill it, sit outside, make it into a picnic. Something like that. Those little small things, changing your scenery, those little small things really mean a lot, and really kind of decompresses, allows you to recalibrate. So, how have you, as far as like changed your scenery since the issue with us having to stay in the house?
I think little things at a time help me. Like, I'm trying to be consistent with like a morning and a night routine, and a part of my night routine is like just tidy up before I go to bed, and then like I'll have like a Sunday reset if I don't have to work, where all morning like I'll clean, I'll like plan my stuff for the week, I'll like deep clean my closet, like make sure my drawers are organized, so that during the week I don't have anything to worry about except like maybe putting a hanger away or something small like that, But just like trying to maintain a clean space so that it doesn't become so stressful. Like at one point during the week where like you might have 1,000 things going on, and then when you do have your change of scenery, like going to the park and stuff, like you can come back to a clear space too. Or like even like during the fall time, like I'll get different pillows to put on my bed. Or like maybe do something in my room for Christmas or something, just to like change it up. Just like little stuff like that.
And it's not always something big. Just like a lot of times people they think when you say, okay, I'm gonna start basically organizing, or I'm gonna start a different routine, I'm gonna have like wellness everything, I'm gonna do this and switch this. It's just like the feng shui people talk about, with your spaces. But it's not doing everything at one time. Turning your life upside down. It's not that. One well thing a day. Because those little small things equate to something big. And then somebody may say, well, what does your change of scenery have to do with your wellness? It has a lot to do with it. It has a lot to do with your mental health, your holistic health. It has a lot to do with it, because, like I said, even myself, like I have like a room that at this point I'm calling like a storage, because I didn't want to have like another storage bin. So for the excess stuff or things that I order from like the Amazon, and I haven't quite gotten to the opening the box yet. I'll put it in this room. It's actually supposed to be the guest room, but it's in this room. And they're boxes upon boxes, like stacked up. And when I get time, or what happens is, just like recently I got a new printer. The UPS guy left it right beside my car. He did it as if he already knew I was too busy and I would pass by it and pick it up when I got back from work. So I grabbed it, I took it in that room. Because if I sit it at my front door and I come home and I'm tired, then what happens? That's there, I can't function.
Yeah.
With a lot of stuff stacked up in my face, I cannot function. I can't function. So, so I think some good takeaways from it is, small subtle changes from today's subject, changing the scenery. Small subtle changes, organize as you go along. I like that. What were some other ones? Like things that don't cost much.
Yeah.
Going to the park.
All alternative things that you can do.
To just
outside.
the decor. You mentioned the decor.
Yeah.
I remember that. I like that one. I did that to my home office. I did that because I got sick of looking at what I was looking at. I'm not going to call this. I'm not going to say it. I got sick of looking at a stack. And I moved it, and when I did it, it's like, I feel so much better.
Yeah.
So organizing your spaces, making subtle changes, like doing something in a different atmosphere. Like I go to the park and bug all the bugs and birds, and you went to Starbucks, to kind of recalibrate, be in a different place.
Yeah.
Sometimes eat on your patio, work on your patio, work in your sunroom, whoever has what. That's a good way to change it as well. And in return, you're going to be able to think clearly, have clear, I would say more creativity, because it does open up your creativity. I would say it would make you more hopeful as well to change your atmosphere, because if you're continuously seeing the same thing over and over again, then again, you need to break that monotony, and you can't really focus on something outside of what you see. Makes sense?
Yeah.
And then what was another thing they can take with them on that?
I think just if you are serious about being on a wellness journey, then that's a big important thing. Like that's where you kind of need to start, because like you said, like it affects like your wellness or your mental health. Like even just like working on your bed, like even if you're not laying down, like you're not getting movement in throughout the day, you're not getting vitamin D from being outside, like and then like being in a place where you're always sleeping, that in itself can just make you tired, like your energy levels. So I think it's a lot more than just like what you're looking at, it's also how you feel. And
Exactly.
so I think that's a good place to start.
Exactly. That is. I have enjoyed our conversation.
You
You did. This is wonderful. So, let's see. I guess we will come back and finish our little segment at another point. We thank you for stopping by to see what we were doing at Complete Wellness with Cindy, and I have enjoyed Miss Shamani. We will have her again. Now, Shamani goes toe to toe with me, so this is good. So we will see you next time. I appreciate it. Enjoy your day. Hopefully everybody has peace, joy, happiness, holistic health, and wellness.